I was born in the mountain, and I felt lost in a flat land. My family moved when I was 14, 15, and I missed the mountains. And so I met a friend that was teaching in a rock climbing class, and I said, I'll subscribe. Not that I was thinking of climbing as itself, but because I thought it's a way to go back to the mountain. I really missed it as a container of my life. I did this class, and I was good at it from the very beginning. And in 1980, we went on Mount Everest. We had no telephone, no helicopter, no possibility to be rescued in case anything happened. So it was really wilderness. It was really adventure. You really felt you and the mountain. I was obsessed by the mountain when I was young. It's the only thing I thought about it. You're either in or you're out. So the 10 years that I devoted to climbing, that's the only thing I was thinking about it. All my friends are climbers. The world was divided by mountaineering and non-mountaineering. And the non-mountaineering, they were not interesting to me. You know, I started painting very late in my life. I was almost 50. I consider myself very lucky because I started painting at a point in my life where I knew who I am and who I am not. And I don't need to prove anything. When I started painting, I didn't start painting mountain, but when I understood that this was something growing in me, I needed a subject matter. And to put together the two love was kind of an obvious thing. You know, I spend a lot of hours in my studio, and it's a lot of work, and you need to stay focused, especially in the media that I chose, watercolor, which is very demanding. And to paint something you really love and you really know keeps you focused. You know, sometimes I look at the mountain, and for somebody else it's just a pile of rocks. For me, I know all the history. I know who climbed it first. I know all the route. I know the first solo repetition. I know the winter repetition. It talks to me much, much, much more. Sometimes I feel that with my brush, I go up and down routes. And so, yes, it is something that it is more than painting. To limit yourself in your choice of what to paint, it's a contemporary way to think. In a way, you eliminate one set of problems. You don't go to your studio and say, oh, what do I paint today? No, I paint mountain. Actually, to be more specific, I paint only the Dolomites, which is a small group of mountains in the northern eastern part of Italy, which is where I grew up and where I did most of my climbing. One day in my mountain life, I was climbing Mount Everest, and I was in Camp 1. And the rule was you never go around by yourself. You always need to be at least two, you need to have a rope. And I started with this other guy, and after like less than an hour, he said, I'm tired, I'm going back. And I looked around and I said, this is my chance, I'm not gonna go back. If I die here, whatever. And I spent that day, it took about, 3-4 hours to go, maybe a little more. And I was by myself in this high valley. It's called the Valley of Silence. It has a name that can tell you what it is. And I remember this intense feeling of thinking, this is where I belong. As an animal, this is my land. This is where my soul is completely full. You know, it was a beautiful day, and that is a feeling that I miss. I don't need to go on Mount Everest. Any mountain would do it to me. It's just that kind of land that is my terrain. And by painting, I got a little bit of that. I think that both the mountain, the climbing, and the painting are samples of lives, if we don't call it metaphors itself. So yes, always it is a process of anything you do. You start, you go through it, you solve your problem, and then you finish it. You know? Often people say, what is the meaning of it? Why do you paint mountain? That's not my job, you know. I do my painting, and I'm very pleased if people find something in it, but I hope I am in it. I hope that all I did in my life is in it, starting from the climbing to the harmony that I got through my whole life, through the experience that I had, and to how I work on my own person. And I hope that that's in the painting.